Fall is here and Thanksgiving is just around the corner. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make these cute turkey baking cups and a simple pumpkin pie / cake recipe that I make for my family every year. This DIY is very fun and simple, and I hope you enjoy. Let's start with the pumpkin cake. Add 3 eggs, 1 can of pumpkin, 1 can of evaporated milk, 3/4 cups of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon to a large bowl. Mix this until smooth. Line a 13 by 9 inch pan with waxed paper and pour the pumpkin mixture into the pan. Next, sift a box of yellow cake mix as evenly as possible all over the pumpkin mixture. Chop 1 cup of nuts, I prefer pecans, and then sprinkle them all over the top and pat gently into the cake mix. Melt a cup of unsalted butter and drizzle this evenly over the nuts. Now bake this for 50 to 60 minutes at 350 degrees. Once this is cooled, place this in the fridge until cold. I usually just leave this in the fridge overnight. While the cake cools, you can work on your turkeys. For this, you'll need orange baking cups, crafting maple leaves, googly eyes, yellow and red felt, I use the earthier shades, and hot glue. To make this craft kiddo friendly, this should work with white glue as well. Cut a strip of yellow felt about 1/4 inch thick and cut a strip of red felt a bit larger, about 3/8 to 1/2 inch thick. Cut triangle shapes out of the yellow felt to make the beak and slightly curved shapes out of the red felt for the snoods. I had to look this up because I never knew what that was called. I had some regular red felt and was testing out turkey looks, but decided to go with the deeper red color instead. To assemble the turkeys, hot glue the googly eyes on the curved edge of the brown and then glue the beaks onto the snoods, making sure this red color peeks through. Glue this right underneath the eyes. Once these are glued on, I picked 2 different leaves, a large and a small, of contrasting colors, glued them together, then glue them to the back of the baking cups. I found it easier to do this assembly line style and cut a bunch of beaks and snoods at once, glue all the eyes on, then all of the felt pieces, glue the pairs of leaves together, and then glue them all on the back. As a side note, if you also grab these leaf packs from the Dollar Tree like I did, I would avoid using the glittery ones. I loved the way they looked, but sometimes some of the glitter would fall and get into the dessert, and I definitely wasn't too thrilled about that. Once the cake is cooled, to remove this from the pan, run a knife along all sides to loosen, flip upside down, and gently pull at the wax paper until the cake comes out. Then remove the wax paper from the top. Next, cut into pieces as desired. This part is optional, but to make this look a little bit cleaner, I saran wrapped a ruler and removed a thin layer of all of the edges. I saved this to eat later. You can cut these larger, but I decided to make 48 squares by simply cutting the cake into even quarters, cutting each half vertically to make 8, and cut each section in half vertically again to make a total of 16. Next, cut each row into thirds to make a total of 48 pieces. Next up, the frosting. For the frosting, you'll need cream cheese, powdered sugar, and Cool Whip. For the frosting, cream together 1 package of softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Next, fold in 3/4 cups of Cool Whip. I don't pipe frosting a lot, so I always use Ziploc bags instead of pastry bags. Cut a small triangle at the corner and push the tip through, then reinforce this with tape. Put the frosting into the bag and pipe onto each square and you're finished. I honestly love these little turkey friends so much. I think they're perfect for the Thanksgiving table and are very kid-friendly as well. This would work with many different desserts. If you wanted to make cupcakes, for example, I would just make sure to decorate the cups once the cakes are baked and cooled. Thanks again so much for watching, and have a happy Thanksgiving.